When, if ever, are we going to see the penalization about abuse or lying with AI online? Jump back 22 some years, and in the middle of all the Napster and the craziness that was going on inside the music industry, a series of lawsuits started jumping down on people that were illegally downloading files, music files. In the middle of this, it was chaos and the Wild West. People didn't understand things. People were able to counter in certain cases. Others were, it was out the door, but there was a lack of clarity. Music, and I was a musician, but that actually concerns me less than where we're at right now. Now, there's discussions about people using AI improperly and having their YouTube channel taken down. So they do another YouTube channel. And unfortunately, many of these coaches state, if you get busted for this, all you have to do is do a faceless YouTube channel or use a different name or create another email. And then you're up and at 'em again. Until we get to a point where we set the liability, the accountability, and for that matter, the policing of AI, we are not going to be in a clean, clear, transparent state. There are many that are, many have falsified numbers in the past, but now people are falsifying interactions. I work with so-and-so. Look, here's a picture of me with that person. Here's a video with me talking to them. Here's them giving a review. That review isn't actually real. And that image isn't actually real, or the video, whatever. I believe we have to come to a point right now, as AI is still in this Wild West framing, to showcase, here are the great uses for it. And there are many, many great uses for it. But right now, we have a time where the abuses are almost outweighing it. I'm not saying take it away, but without some kind of disciplinary action system, without some kind of policing, without some kind of accountability, what happens? And then at the same time, where do we go from here? I believe small steps of being able to state, so you want to do something where you have some kind of person or place or something where it really is altered from the truth. To be able to put a little stamp up in a corner. This is AI generated. This is an AI generated whatever. Now, I'm not necessarily saying for certain videos, you have an AI generated background. You say, I want a kitchen in the background. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. And I don't necessarily think that needs to be policed. However, if you're placing yourself in a very famous kitchen, or you've had yourself AI generated into a famous chef's kitchen, or someplace where you are not, pretending to do things that you don't do or you don't have access to do. That to me is where the line begins to get drawn. And I know there are many people that disagree with that. That's for them to look into. Or I checked this little box on the backside when I uploaded this. That's something to do, but at the same time, is that really going to control the problem? And as you look at people that you're thinking about hiring, the products that you're thinking about getting, you have these people at trade shows. And there was that thing that was going through online recently, and it was a trade show. It was a false auto trade show, and it was amazing. And looking at the footage from it, it was outstanding. It looked pretty real, except it wasn't real. These people were giving reviews that weren't real. Now, that's all good and all fun. And fortunately, on that given video, up in the corner, it says AI generated. Here's the problem. There are many right now that are building these AI product reviews. They're building AI hype. They're building claims that are not true. And that impacts the potential customer. That impacts the potential client. So right now, I do believe that we have to come to a time where some level of penalization, some level of policing, some level of accountability needs to come in with AI. Otherwise, how much will it cost others? How could it hurt others? And yes, it is a responsibility on our part to dig in deeper, to vet. But many people don't dig that much deeper. And how are they going to be protected? And while on the Wild West of it, that's on them. What can we do collectively to support each other with the proper use, the proper accountability, and the proper transparency when it comes to AI? And I think penalization, policing, and accountability is going to be one of those steps.